welcome along and welcome back to Stone Valley. You just saw a hired worker heading off to do field 14. We're going to get the last two weeding fields done with that today because we want to get on with some other bits and pieces on the farm. We've got lots to do around here. I want to do a little bit of a rebuild around here. We need to do some other bits and pieces, really. I've left my truck down this end. But yeah, there's quite a bit for us to be doing in general ourselves. We might even go and grab ourselves another contract. In fact, we want to get this unloaded. So let's bring this round and get these out of here. But I'm looking at what we've got on here and the area of land we've got. And I'm very much thinking we could create a small grass field down here and sort this and give ourselves a little bit of area here. We've got all these trees here, which we could cut down for a bit of wood and a bit of money from those. We've got this area here that we could then take up to this point here as a grass field. So that would then give us a grass field down in a fairly sizable area. Not as big as the cow field, but it's still a fairly large area. We've got a good sized bit of grass here. I am going to use the vertical fermenting silos. I asked last time what sort of, how realistic and things they were. And I had a couple of people, well, at least one person who said that they'd had these in their farm, and so yeah, it's quite a good thing. And they sort of had one silo per type, so it's sort of 10,000 for these. We've got, so this one here, that's a multi-fruit silo. So we've got a steel silo here that does what we're after. We've also got a couple of large stayed silos. So yeah, we're going to try these out, I think, and use these. We've got 60,000, 100,000, 200,000, and 250,000. So yeah, they're fairly expensive to do. So it's going to take us a little bit of work to get those. Let's go grab ourselves a tractor and into here. Now, do we have, I don't think we have a pair of forks. So it might require a run down to the shop this morning in our little New Holland here as well, because yeah, we are very, very short of cash. And we've got enough, I think, to get a set of forks, which we're going to need for unloading stuff. So, yeah, let's head down to the shop. Let's grab a set of forks. And that tractor, actually, that Fent, that is burning through the contract on field 14 at the moment. That's going to come up and do field 10 in a minute as well. And that should then give us a good injection of cash for our farm for the day. Looks like our weeder is making fairly good progress, 22% round, but I'm guessing that there is some waterways in the way. In fact, I can see some bits that are cordoned off, so we will be continuing to keep an eye on that, making sure that he works his way round, does the whole field. When it's ended, it should work fairly well for us to move it on to the next bit, or maybe even finish off the last couple of little bits ourselves at the end of today. But in general, I think having the hired workers handle things like the weeding contracts and bits like that while we're dealing with the main farm is going to be the way to go forwards. And yeah, I think that is going to work in our favor as far as our money generation goes. We're up to 2,300 litres of milk now as well. So we've got money coming in from various ways. So we should be able to keep the food coming in for the cows and the money coming in as well. Yeah, there's our, there's the shop's front loader, the Kubota. We want to pop in here. We also want to have a look at what we've got in the way of offers today. Nothing of any use. This eventually, something like that we're going to want, but at the moment it's not worth it for us. What I want in here is that. I think those are the pallet forks we want. Yeah, those ones No, I want the Alberts. So we will buy those 1,000. Oh, we don't have enough. How much to lease them? Okay, £17 a day. Yes. We're going to lease the forks. That way it'll give us the forks to use. It'll be a tiny amount per day. And eventually we'll just pay it off when we get some more money in and just buy them outright. Won't take very long. But gives us some forks for the job that we need to do today anyway. And allows us to keep going with that. Actually, while I'm down here, Field 12 is not the one that has the weeder on it. So let's go into the contract office. And we've got the completed one. This will give us 15,000. I might as well just straight up buy those. It makes sense. So let's collect on that. That should not make my piece of kit disappear that's doing the stuff with the hired worker. And then we'll just pop back into the shop quickly and have a word with them. And in here, we can now go purchase. Which is what, yeah, let's purchase those. And now we own these instead of mucking around with trying to lease them. Now, I want to have a look and see what other contracts we've got today. So there are 3 other contracts. We've got 3 fertilizing contracts that require stuff we don't have, which is very annoying. And I don't think, yeah, there wasn't anything on offer that we could use either. So it's a case of just heading back to the farm and dealing with some bits and pieces up there. I really, really want to get things moving a bit more on the farm. And I think to do that, we're going to be looking at getting stuff to improve those fields. Maybe even moving our bales about to make more space down there. I think what I want to do today is shift things around a little bit. So we're going to unload that from over here. But can we get... If we get rid of that shed over there, can we get somewhere to store some bales over here? Let's head into construction. I've got these American farm buildings packs. Now, they do have various bits and pieces here that is... Yeah, we've got various sheds like that. We've got that. Wow. That is quite a big building. What is that? Would that... Oh, that might fit down the side here. Yeah, that would certainly fit there. It would also certainly fit over here. It would only cost 5,000. And yeah, that would store things rather nicely. So that doesn't really fit in with what we've got here, though. That does. That fits in much better. So what I'm going to do is replace where we had, or where we should have had silos here with this. And that then will be very good for us to store bales and bits in. And I say this based on the fact that what we're looking to do is get all of this. We're looking to put a couple of silos in here for doing the fermenting of our chaff when we get round to that. And yeah, we can now unload this over there. So what I'm going to do is just strap that down, come around here, and we'll unload this, which is our feed, into the shed over here, and then we'll go and get the bales and move them over. So that there. This probably doesn't want to be in this shed, to be honest, but I'm just going to put it just inside the door, allow us to fill things up, and yeah, be pretty good. Then we'll put the silage bales that we've got at the moment outside. So under, like so, lift and out. Right, and then we'll get them on more secure. Like that. There we go. So 1,050 litres of this. We're going to have to buy more of this as well. Right, there we go. And then we'll go and get this out of the way. Close the back of that up. and we'll get the bales that we've got into here as well. So we'll grab the 2 hay bales we've got and get them picked up. Wondering if we can get that stack of 4 straw bales out and over there as well. With any luck, that will work fairly well. It's quite it's a fairly large shed that we've got for not a huge amount of bales at the moment, but the plan very much is over time to get a lot more bales, to increase the amount of grass production we can do on here, to keep the cows going and hopefully not end up spending too much money. We do have our combination roller and grass drill. I mean, that will plant grass as well, which is quite good. And yeah, I think we can expand as we go this area that we're talking about doing. So that will be really good. Let's see. Can we get all 4 of these bales at once? And up. Yeah, look at that. Just make sure we don't bounce about too much. This is why I put such a large weight on the back of this tractor. We're not looking at really using this tractor for anything more than front loading. It's actually quite a lot of tractor for doing this, and we could possibly have had a telehandler in its place, but I don't think we didn't spend that much because we ended up with getting this fairly cheap, if I recall. So that, from that point of view, we're fairly well off. We're not too worried about it. But all in all, this will mean that we can get rid of that shed over there, and to use this area here where the silage pits were to handle feed and things like that. And this shed over here, we can get rid of the trees and get a nice large grass area planted fairly quickly here, and as a result end up with a really good setup. Now, has our hired worker finished? I think it's very possible they have. So we're going to have to check on them. And then we're going to move the silage bales over here and get rid of that shed. Nope, they're just doing some odd maneuvering because it is... Yeah, so this field, it is doing the whole one. But it's doing it at angles because of the waterway that's running through it. So, all working fine and nothing to worry about. So let's get back to getting the silage bales over. I am going to put the silage bales in here for now. But ultimately, yeah, this is not going to be a place where we use silage bales, really. And we probably need to try and get a fence or something across there. My understanding is that in a non-start from scratch setup, there is a fence there. So we are going to have to pay to get this fenced in. But I think we're also going to have to pay to get a plow to do this area. And I think we might try and leave maybe a tree or 2 in here. But I don't think we're going to be able to do much more than that. I don't want to spend too much money getting rid of the trees, to be honest. Right, so avoid that. We will plonk our 2 silage bales in here. And then we can look at what we're going to do with that area. So, this shed here, we don't need this. We'll need to get that trailer out. I'm just looking at these trees. I think we can cut probably this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one out the middle. And yeah, probably work around the rest of them. And yeah, that will then give us a good long area down here. We can plow it up, get some grass seeded in it, and it'd be really good. So let's go get a tractor and get that trailer out of here. And yeah, we're going to use the deer for this. So bring it round and hook this up. Our nice big flatbed that's going to allow us to transport bales all over the place. There we go. And bring this round here. Yeah, you can see the cows. go along the edge there. So I think that we can probably put a fence in along there, and that will not affect them. It'd be good to know exactly where the edge of where the cows go is. Now this trailer, oh, can I get it in here? It's going to be a pain to reverse it, but will it go in? Let's find out. Bring this over here like so. Right, I think I'm far enough forward. Bring it back. Oh, wow. I really am not. Further. Yeah, this is the thing with reversing a dolly trailer. You're never quite sure where you want to be. Right, that I think has got it. I just need to start straightening it up. Yeah, look at that. Whoa, right. We're now going too far the other way. Right, and then pull forwards. Never be afraid to pull forwards a little bit. Correct yourself. And then reverse back. Look at that. So much easier doing this in cab. So much easier doing this in cab. And it's in. Look at that. Perfect. Very, very happy with that. Lots and lots of moving the steering about. Just don't turn too far and you'll be fine. Right, let's go and park this up, and then we can sort out the shed. There we are. Park it up. Don't know where eventually we'll put a combine, but we're way off that yet. We've got a lot of work to do before we do that. First up, though, we should get some money in. Oh, look at that. We've got a cow down by the side of the shed. So, yeah. They do walk right along the shed side there. Construction. We want to demolish that. I can't really? I can't demolish that building. I can't demolish most of the buildings around here. Yeah. Oh, no, don't sell that. So that's actually slightly annoying. I was hoping to be able to improve this area, but yeah, seems that this shed here is not removable. So that's put a bit of a crimp in my plans. Unfortunately, we'll have to rework this a little bit. Still going to use this shed here. I still want to center things here, but yeah, can't do anything about that. So we need to get a chainsaw. And we need to go and get a plow. In fact, let's get the chainsaw first. And then we'll go get a... Oh, no, we'll go do both now. We'll do all this today. Because we can do all this today. So, off back down the shop. And see if we can't grab ourselves a chainsaw and hire a plow. And, well... We're going to get less area than we wanted, but we'll still get some area. Once again, down to the shop. And we actually want to get this tractor over to the workshop because we're going to need to make an addition to it before we do this. So that is to head into here, customize, and I want to put a bit of weight on the front. It's going to cost me... I think we only need 560. That should do it. Customize that. So that's going to be 1,000 to do that. And then in the shop, we want to see if we can pick up a plow that can be pulled by this. Those are too heavy. That's 310. That's still too much. So we're going to have to go for something... Yeah, it's going to be have to be the agromass to get this job done. That's absolutely fine. So we're only going to lease this. It's going to cost us 816 to do that. So at least that's not a huge area we're doing. What we do need to buy is a chainsaw, and I am going to go for a McCulloch on here. So we'll purchase that for 1,000. That should do it. And now we can go jump back into our John Deere, head back up to the farm, and we're going to cut those trees. And get them returned. Get them in the back of our truck. We should be able to do that. And then with that, We'll then be able to plow up the field today. And hopefully, well, we might have to run back down here to put some seeds in the trailer. Because we don't have any seeds, I don't think, up at the farm at the moment. I think we got all of those refunded. Right, will this fold? Yes, it will. Right, and beacons on. And back to the farm we go. And time to create ourselves a little grass field that we can cut a few times a year, make a little hay from, and go from there. First thing we need to do is get rid of these trees. Now, we don't have a grapple on our other tractor, so, or a log fork on the other tractor, so we're going to have to hope we can lift these fairly easily. Maybe cut them into small enough stuff that we don't have to worry about it. Want to leave this tree in the field. I might take this one, actually. We're definitely going to take this. Definitely going to take this. And might leave that one as well. Right, let's get cutting some trees. I think these are not going to be... Okay, we can cut these. Just not... Where is the... Oh, wow. It's that high. Well, that's one down. Second one. With this one, I should be able to cut a bit lower. We are going to have to get a stump grinder up here as well to get the stumps on these two, of course. Because, unfortunately, we can't get rid of these with, well, with the chainsaw. Wow, some of these just don't want to... Where can I... There we go. Oh, that's the wrong direction. Yeah, these are coming off pretty high. They're being a little bit fun to cut. And wow, some of these are really rigid. So we'll see how this does and how well this works. But yeah, I think one more. Take this one out as well. Get as low as I can and away. There we are. Perfect. Right, now we need to delimb this. This is going to be something we're going to want a... Oh, man. This is really something we're going to want a chipper for, I think. We may have to head up and get something to do that because I think... Well, actually, maybe we can get them on the flatbed. Is our flatbed alterable to do a wood? I don't think it has a wood pallet we can put on it, unfortunately. I think, though, most of this tree is going to be fairly heavy. I know we can pick up those bits. Well, we'll give it a try. We'll see how we do. Right, I'm going to get the rest of these cut into smaller pieces, and we'll go from there. So I've cut up the first tree. I'm going to go and get my truck. I'm going to turn this off. Let's go grab the truck and start filling up the back. So bring this in here and just see if we can't. I think getting the bits in is going to be fine. Yeah, that's the sort of size of log I'm going to be dealing with. The trouble is they're not going to be worth a huge amount of money. They're not really worth more than just firewood, these. But they are worth us getting rid of and sorting this area out. These sticks I'm going to have to cut into smaller pieces. In fact, yeah, cutting them into smaller pieces can get rid of them. So that there, that there, that there. Really? There we go. If you cut them into really small pieces, they just disappear. They're not actually worth any money. So if I cut this in half, yeah, we can get rid of most of it. Not those last two bits. So most of these actual tree branches aren't worth anything. You end up cutting them there, and it does. There we go. Yeah, that's all gone. That's a bush. So, yeah, we've got lots of cleaning up to do, lots of branches to cut and get rid of. And once we've whittled it down, we'll know exactly how much we have to play with. Well, the hide worker has moved from field 14 to field 10. It seems to have only done 88% of field 14, so we'll have to go back and have a look at that in a bit. But we're fitting quite a bit of wood onto here. It's a little bit higgledy-piggledy at the moment, and it needs reworking a little bit, but yeah, especially that. Come on, there we go. If I can get this in here in a fairly decent way, we'll be able to get quite a bit of wood in this. In fact, that's not a lot of wood we've had off that first tree. I think we're likely to get a bit more off this second one. That is, if we can get it back down to the ground. Because at the moment, it's quite elevated off the ground. But if we get some of these underside limbs off, it should start to fall down a bit and become a little more manageable. Considering the thickness, though, I don't know how heavy some of these bits are gonna be when we eventually try and pick them up. So this is gonna be an interesting one. All right, so I've mainly delimbed this. Cut that bit off. I want to cut. Oh wow, yeah, these are always interesting fun to try and cut down. We'll grab that bit. That can go in there. And we'll grab it. Oh, no, that bit I can't. This bit I can. That's a bit big. We need to sort of try and work these out a bit more. Yeah, there we go. That's delimbed that. Pick that up and in here. This is not going to be worth much at all. This is a lot of work for very little return. Specifically for the wood, I think that overall this is going to be worth it, but it is a lot of work and probably going to take us a couple of days. Is that too heavy? Yeah, wow, that does not bode well for the rest of this tree, because even that bit there, that is too heavy. All of that is too heavy. I'm slightly worried. We may have to get ourselves a, yeah. How heavy is that? 190 kilograms, that bit. Oh, and it doesn't want to go in my trailer. There we go. I think it's probably got more attached to it than that. Yeah. That's still too heavy. Let's see if we cut this here. This is not going to work. We're gonna need something bigger. And yeah, I think we're gonna need to go and grab something to create a load of wood chips. Time for a rethink. The most cost-effective way for me to do this, I think, is going to be to hire a log grab. We know we'll be able to lift it with the tractor and we can get it in our trailer and get it out of there. It's going to be not overly expensive to do this. So where are we? There we go. So the log fork is 3,000. Yeah. We're going to lease this. So this will only cost us 153. We should easily make that back. We're not looking to keep this in the same way as we kept the forks, because it doesn't make a lot of sense for us to do that. Let's bring this over here. I'm going to give a wide enough berth so that we don't hit the forklift there. Or the front loader there, but we managed to get in here for these. There we go. Now I think these have a connection. There we are. Connect all that up. Hoses connected. Let's get this back up to our farm and see if we can lift the really heavy stuff into the back of our pickup. I'm really hoping this is going to work. Otherwise, this is going to start getting expensive after this point. I left my truck running, but that's not a huge problem, depending on if this is going to work. So this over here, come in and... Okay, I did cut it large enough to not have to worry about whether it'll be able to pick it up, so that's good news. Yeah. Oh, that has picked it up. Good. And let's see how much this puts. Oh, wow, that's actually quite a big piece of wood. That's a really big piece of wood. I think we might need bigger. We might need to use our flatbed for this, because yeah, look at that. This is gonna take only a couple of pieces of this to fill our truck. I missed. Let's pull it forwards. Oh, we're having proper trouble with the trees here. Bring it forward. Come on, forward you go. Pick this up again. Needs to be more central. It's quite a flat side to this tree, but this is, yeah, it's always a problem with the big trees. Really, it's sometimes better just to get something that is going to take them down and completely get rid of them, rather than trying to do this, cut a load down and then get all the wood collected. Because these trees are not well known for reacting well. I mean, there's a good example. Right, let's get this done. Over we go. Open up our grab. And hopefully this time it's going to go in. But don't fall out this side this time. Wow. Yeah, it's all acting a bit strange. Stay in. Yeah, that is not acting well. So we are going to need to be very careful how we do the rest of this up. I think it's going to be better for us just to grab something that will shred this lot into wood chips. Borrow that, and yeah, maybe it'll cost us a little bit more. But I think overall, it's going to be worth it, because at the moment, this is a little bit of a task to get this to do what it should do. So I think that might be what we have a go with next time, because this... Oh, yeah, this does not grab well either. Out, over, and in. Yeah, we're definitely having tree trouble. Because that does not want to behave itself. Let's go and see how much this is worth. Because I reckon we can probably make more money if we wood chipped it than not. And considering, ooh, okay, that is sort of all on there. Let's track that down before it decides to go walkabouts. Do we even have a sawmill on this map? That is a very good question. Let's turn that off. So the only place the wood can go is the biomass heating plant. That is over here, which is almost a straight shot from our farm down to there. So let's go and see if we can sell this. Certainly, I think going to the biomass heating plant, we would be better off with the wood chips anyway. So yeah, definitely going to be looking at, can we get wood chips to work this better, and how much would it cost us compared to just doing it this way. Here it is on the far side, and we should be able to, yeah, in fact it has the unload point there. So bring this onto here, up a little bit and onto there. Right, and then we will undo those. How much are we going to get for this wood rather raw? 1,925. Actually, I'm surprised. That's better than I was expecting. Does it give me enough to lease this? Do we even have... We might have enough horsepower to lease that. Nope, we still don't have enough. So to get rid of that stuff, that is the only one I have available at the moment. To get rid of that stuff is going to take a little bit. We'll see what we can get. But I think at the moment, we might have to rethink our strategy here a little bit. So, in order to do that, I'm going to have to make some inquiries. We might have to wait until that job has been finished. He's going to be a little while going across field 10. He's only 24% of the way through. I've worked out the bit of field 14 that's been missed as well. So, we should get that cleared up fairly quickly next time. Let's go into the gateway. I wish I could open this gate a little bit more. Because, yeah, there we go. I've just taken out my post box. Right, into here. Park it up. And, yeah. We've got quite a bit to go to sort this problem out. So, we're going to try and sort that out next time. For now, though, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.